Welcome to Wisdom Audiobooks. Have you ever felt like you're wasting precious moments of your life without knowing how to change? Every day, we're given 24 hours, yet many of us struggle to use them wisely. The truth is, time is the most valuable resource we have. This audiobook will guide you to harness its power and take actionable steps toward success, one moment at a time. Introduction. The audiobook Stop Wasting Time and Begin Your Journey to Success is written and published by Wisdom Audiobooks. Dear listeners, let me ask you this. Have you ever found yourself scrolling endlessly through social media or binge-watching videos when you know there are more important things to do? Or perhaps you've been overwhelmed by responsibilities, unsure where to start. Many of us feel stuck in a cycle of procrastination, stress, and regret because we haven't mastered the art of managing our time effectively. We understand how challenging it can be to juggle work, family, personal goals, and self-care. You might feel like there's never enough time in the day, or worse, that you're wasting what little time you have on activities that don't truly matter. But here's the good news, it doesn't have to stay this way. Let me assure you, you're not alone. I've been there too. There were days when I felt like I was drowning in tasks, unable to focus on what really mattered. I know what it's like to wake up feeling guilty about yesterday's missed opportunities and anxious about tomorrow's uncertainties. But over time, I learned strategies that transformed my relationship with time, and they can transform yours as well. In this audiobook, we'll dive deep into practical strategies to help you stop wasting time and start achieving your dreams. You'll discover how to set clear goals, prioritize effectively, overcome procrastination, and create harmony between your personal and professional life. These lessons aren't just theories, they're tools you can apply immediately to make meaningful progress. So, please listen carefully until the end, because every chapter contains insights designed to empower you. As Tony Robbins once said, "The only impossible journey is the one you never begin." Today marks the beginning of your journey towards success. Your wisdom journey starts here. Chapter 1. Understanding the problem. Why are you wasting time? In this chapter, we'll explore the root causes behind why so many of us waste time. To solve any problem, we must first understand it deeply. As Stephen Covey, author of The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, famously said, "Begin with the end in mind." If we want to stop wasting time, we need to uncover what's holding us back, and that's exactly what we'll do here. We'll identify common habits that drain our time, examine the negative effects of poor time management, and provide practical tools for self-assessment. By the end of this chapter, you'll have a clearer picture of your own patterns and be ready to take the first step toward change. Let's dive in. 1. Habits that waste time. Let's face it, most of us fall victim to time-wasting habits without even realizing it. These habits creep into our daily routines, stealing precious hours that could otherwise be spent on meaningful activities. Here are some of the most common culprits. A. Social media overuse. Scrolling through Instagram, Facebook, or TikTok might seem harmless at first, but it's one of the biggest time thieves out there. A study by Rescue Time found that people spend an average of 2 hours and 24 minutes on social media every day. That adds up to over 86 hours per month, or more than 2 full workweeks. Why does this happen? Social media platforms are designed to keep us hooked. They use algorithms that reward endless scrolling, making it hard to break free. Before you know it, 10 minutes turns into an hour, leaving you feeling unproductive and guilty. B. Multitasking. Contrary to popular belief, multitasking doesn't make you more efficient, it actually slows you down. Research from Stanford University shows that trying to juggle multiple tasks simultaneously reduces focus and increases errors. For example, answering emails while attending a meeting may seem productive, but it often leads to misunderstandings and incomplete tasks. C. Lack of prioritization. Another major issue is failing to prioritize effectively. Without a clear plan, we tend to jump from one task to another, focusing on what feels urgent rather than what's truly important. This lack of direction leaves us scattered and overwhelmed. Now let me share a personal story. Early in my career, I used to pride myself on being busy. I'd fill my schedule with meetings, emails, and random tasks, only to realize at the end of the day that I hadn't accomplished anything significant. It wasn't until I started tracking how I spent my time that I realized how much of it was wasted on trivial activities. So ask yourself, which habits are eating away at your time? Awareness is the first step toward change. 2. The negative effects of wasting time. Wasting time isn't just about losing a few hours here and there. It has profound consequences that ripple through every area of our lives. Let's explore these effects in detail. A. Missed opportunities for growth. Every moment you spend procrastinating or engaging in unproductive activities is a moment lost forever. Think about it. What could you achieve if you invested that time in learning a new skill, building relationships, or working toward your goals? As motivational speaker Zig Ziglar once said, "You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great." Each wasted minute takes you further away from the greatness you're capable of achieving. B. Increased stress and guilt. When you consistently fail to use your time wisely, it creates a cycle of stress and guilt. You feel bad about not getting things done, which drains your energy and makes it even harder to take action. This emotional toll can lead to burnout and a sense of hopelessness. C. Limited progress toward goals. If you're constantly distracted by low-priority tasks, you'll struggle to make meaningful progress toward your long-term objectives. Whether it's advancing in your career, improving your health, or strengthening your relationships, success requires consistent effort over time. Consider the story of Thomas Edison, who famously said, "Genius is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration." His groundbreaking inventions didn't happen overnight. They were the result of relentless dedication and focused effort. Imagine if he had allowed himself to get sidetracked by distractions. Would we have electric light today? The bottom line is simple: wasting time keeps you stuck in mediocrity. But recognizing its impact is the first step toward breaking free. 3. How to assess yourself. Now that we've identified the habits and consequences of wasting time, let's talk about how you can assess your own behavior. Self-awareness is key to making lasting changes. Here's a step-by-step guide to help you evaluate how you're currently using your time. Step 1. Track your activities. For 1 week, write down everything you do throughout the day. Include both productive tasks, like working on projects, and unproductive ones, like browsing social media. Be honest with yourself. Even small distractions add up. Step 2. Categorize your activities. Once you've tracked your time, divide your activities into 4 categories. Important and urgent, tasks that require immediate attention, such as deadlines. Important but not urgent, long-term goals, planning, and personal development. Not important but urgent, interruptions, unnecessary meetings, or minor requests. Not important and not urgent, distractions like excessive social media use or aimless web surfing. This framework, known as the Eisenhower Matrix, helps you prioritize effectively. Focus on spending more time in the important quadrants and less in the others. Step 3. Identify patterns. Look for recurring behaviors that waste your time. Are you checking your phone too often? Do you find yourself saying yes to tasks that don't align with your goals? Once you spot these patterns, you can begin addressing them. To illustrate this process, let me share a story about Sarah, a young professional struggling to balance her workload. She decided to track her time for a week and discovered that she was spending nearly 3 hours each day responding to non-essential emails. Armed with this insight, she implemented a strategy to batch her email responses twice a day, freeing up valuable time for high-priority projects. Within a month, her productivity skyrocketed, and she received recognition from her manager. Remember, self-assessment isn't about judgment, it's about empowerment. By understanding where your time goes, you gain the clarity needed to make smarter choices. 4. The psychology behind time wasting. To truly stop wasting time, we need to delve into the psychological reasons why we fall into these habits in the first place. Understanding the why behind our actions can help us address the root causes and create lasting change. A. Fear of failure. One of the most common reasons people procrastinate is the fear of failure. When faced with a challenging task, it's easy to convince ourselves that we're not ready or that the conditions aren't perfect. As a result, we delay starting, or worse, avoid it altogether. Psychologist Carol Dweck, known for her work on mindset theory, explains that people with a fixed mindset often shy away from challenges because they fear their abilities will be judged. On the other hand, those with a growth mindset see challenges as opportunities to learn and grow. If you find yourself avoiding tasks due to fear, remind yourself that progress, not perfection, is the goal. B. Instant gratification trap. Our brains are wired to seek immediate rewards, which is why activities like scrolling through social media or watching TV feel so appealing. These activities provide instant pleasure, whereas working toward long-term goals requires patience and effort. James Clear, author of Atomic Habits, describes this phenomenon as the path of least resistance. He writes, "Human beings are creatures of habit. We tend to repeat behaviors that are easy and convenient. To overcome this tendency, we must design our environment to support productive habits while minimizing distractions. For example, if your phone distracts you, try placing it in another room while you focus on important tasks." C. Lack of clarity. Another reason we waste time is simply because we don't know what to do next. Without clear goals or a structured plan, it's easy to drift from one activity to another without making meaningful progress. This lack of direction often leads to decision fatigue, where even small choices become overwhelming. To combat this, adopt the practice of setting daily intentions. Each morning, take 5 minutes to write down 3 key tasks you want to accomplish that day. This simple habit provides clarity and keeps you focused on what matters most. Let me share an inspiring story about J.K. Rowling, the author of the Harry Potter series. Before she became a household name, she was a struggling single mother living on welfare. Despite her difficult circumstances, she committed to writing every day, even if it was just for 15 minutes. Her perseverance paid off, and today, her books have sold over 500 million copies worldwide. Imagine if she had allowed fear, doubt, or distractions to hold her back. By understanding the psychology behind time wasting, you can begin to rewire your habits and mindset. Remember, awareness is power, and with the right strategies, you can break free from these patterns. 5. Practical tools to combat time wasting. Now that we've explored the causes and consequences of wasting time, let's discuss some practical tools and techniques you can use to reclaim control over your schedule. These strategies are designed to help you stay focused, eliminate distractions, and make the most of your day. A. The 2-minute rule. If a task takes less than 2 minutes to complete, do it immediately. This rule, popularized by productivity expert David Allen in his book Getting Things Done, helps prevent small tasks from piling up and becoming overwhelming. For example, if you receive an email that requires a quick response, reply right away instead of letting it sit in your inbox. B. Time blocking. Time blocking involves scheduling specific blocks of time for different activities throughout your day. During each block, focus solely on the assigned task without allowing interruptions. This technique is especially effective for tackling complex projects that require deep concentration. Elon Musk, CEO of Tesla and SpaceX, swears by time blocking. He divides his day into 5-minute increments, ensuring that every moment is accounted for. While this level of precision may not be realistic for everyone, adopting a simplified version of time blocking can significantly boost your productivity. C. Digital detox. Technology can be both a blessing and a curse when it comes to time management. To minimize distractions, consider implementing a digital detox. Start by turning off unnecessary notifications on your phone and computer. You can also designate specific times during the day to check emails or social media, rather than doing so constantly. For instance, Tim Ferriss, author of The 4-Hour Workweek, recommends batching similar tasks together. Instead of responding to emails sporadically throughout the day, he sets aside dedicated blocks of time for communication. This approach allows him to maintain focus on high-priority activities while still staying connected. D. Accountability partners. Having someone to hold you accountable can make a world of difference. Share your goals with a friend, colleague, or mentor who can check in on your progress regularly. Knowing that someone else is counting on you can motivate you to stay on track. Consider the story of Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak, co-founders of Apple. Their partnership was built on mutual accountability and shared vision. While Jobs focused on marketing and product design, Wozniak handled the technical aspects. Together, they revolutionized the tech industry, one innovative idea at a time. By incorporating these tools into your routine, you'll be better equipped to manage your time effectively and achieve your goals. In this chapter, we've uncovered the habits that waste our time, examined their negative effects, and explored practical solutions to overcome them. Remember, the journey to success begins with self-awareness. By identifying your time-wasting patterns and addressing their underlying causes, you're already taking a crucial step forward. As we move into the next chapter, we'll shift our focus to setting clear goals, the foundation of any successful endeavor. But before we do, take a moment to reflect on what you've learned so far. Ask yourself, what changes can I make today to stop wasting time? Even small adjustments can lead to significant improvements over time. Stay tuned for Chapter 2, where we'll dive deeper into the art of goal setting and discover how to turn your dreams into reality. Until then, remember, every second counts. Use them wisely. Chapter 2, Setting Clear Goals, the First Step to Success. In this chapter, we'll focus on one of the most critical steps in achieving success, setting clear, actionable goals. As Zig Ziglar once said, a goal properly set is halfway reached. Without a clear destination in mind, it's easy to drift aimlessly through life, wasting time and energy on tasks that don't align with your vision. In this chapter, we'll explore the principles of effective goal setting, including the SMART framework, how to break down big dreams into manageable steps, and the importance of aligning your goals with your core values. By the end of this chapter, you'll have a roadmap for creating goals that inspire action and drive meaningful progress. Let's get started. 1. The importance of goal setting. Why is goal setting so important? Simply put, goals give you direction. They act as a compass, guiding your decisions and helping you prioritize what truly matters. Without goals, it's easy to fall into the trap of reacting to whatever comes your way instead of proactively shaping your future. Think about it. Would you ever embark on a road trip without knowing your destination? Of course not. Yet many people go through life without a clear sense of where they're headed. This lack of clarity leads to wasted time, missed opportunities, and frustration. Goal setting isn't just about writing down what you want, it's about creating a plan to turn your aspirations into reality. When done effectively, it transforms vague ideas into concrete actions. Consider the story of Oprah Winfrey, who rose from poverty to become one of the most influential figures in media. Early in her career, she set a bold goal: to create a platform where she could inspire others and share stories that mattered. That goal guided every decision she made, from launching her talk show to building her media empire. Her success didn't happen by accident. It was the result of intentional, goal-driven effort. So ask yourself, what do I want to achieve? Where do I see myself in 5 years? Or even 6 months? These questions are the starting point for setting meaningful goals. 2. The SMART framework for goal setting. One of the most powerful tools for setting effective goals is the SMART framework. SMART stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Let's break down each component and explore how it can help you craft goals that work. A. Specific. A specific goal clearly defines what you want to accomplish. Vague goals like, I want to be successful, are too broad to be actionable. Instead, ask yourself, what does success look like for me? For example, instead of saying, I want to get fit, you might say, I want to lose 10 pounds in 3 months by exercising 4 times a week. As Tony Robbins puts it, setting goals is the first step in turning the invisible into the visible. Clarity is key. B. Measurable. Your goals should include criteria for measuring progress and success. How will you know when you've achieved your goal? For instance, if your goal is to save money, specify an exact amount. I want to save $5,000 in 6 months. This makes it easier to track your progress and stay motivated. C. Achievable. While it's great to dream big, your goals should also be realistic given your current resources and circumstances. Setting unattainable goals can lead to frustration and burnout. Instead, challenge yourself without setting yourself up for failure. For example, if you're new to running, aiming to complete a marathon within 2 weeks may not be achievable. However, training for a 5K race in 3 months is a more realistic target. D. Relevant. Your goals should align with your values and long-term vision. Ask yourself, does this goal contribute to my overall purpose? Will achieving it bring me closer to the life I want? If the answer is no, it may be time to rethink your priorities. Time-bound. Deadlines create urgency and prevent procrastination. Instead of saying, "I'll start working on my side business someday," commit to a timeline. "I'll launch my online store by December 1st. A sense of urgency pushes you to take consistent action. Let's look at an example of a SMART goal in action. Imagine you're a writer who wants to publish a book. Using the SMART framework, your goal might look like this. I will write a 60,000-word novel in 6 months by dedicating 2 hours each day to writing. Notice how specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound this goal is. It leaves no room for ambiguity. By applying the SMART framework, you can transform vague aspirations into actionable plans that yield real results. 3. Breaking down big dreams into manageable steps. Big dreams can feel overwhelming, especially when you're unsure where to begin. The key is to break them down into smaller, bite-sized steps. This approach not only makes daunting tasks more manageable, but also provides a sense of accomplishment along the way. Start with the end in mind. Visualize your ultimate goal and work backward to identify the milestones you need to reach. For example, if your dream is to run a marathon, your milestones might include signing up for a race, following a training schedule, and gradually increasing your mileage. B. Focus on daily actions. Success is built through consistent effort over time. Identify the small, daily actions that will move you closer to your goal. If you're trying to build a YouTube channel, your daily tasks might include filming videos, editing content, and engaging with your audience. As James Clear writes in Atomic Habits, "You do not rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems." Building a system of daily habits ensures steady progress toward your objectives. C. Celebrate small wins. Don't wait until you've achieved your final goal to celebrate. Acknowledge and reward yourself for completing intermediate milestones. This boosts motivation and reinforces positive behavior. Take inspiration from Thomas Edison, who famously conducted thousands of experiments before inventing the light bulb. Each failed attempt taught him something valuable, bringing him one step closer to success. He once said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." His perseverance reminds us that progress, no matter how small, is worth celebrating. 4. Aligning goals with core values. To achieve lasting fulfillment, your goals must align with your core values. When your actions reflect what truly matters to you, you'll feel more motivated and satisfied with your progress. A. Identify your values. What principles guide your life? Is it family, creativity, financial independence, or personal growth? Write down your top 3 values and consider how they influence your goals. For example, if one of your core values is health, your goals might include eating nutritious meals, exercising regularly, and getting enough sleep. These activities honor your commitment to well-being while supporting your broader aspirations. B. Avoid external pressure. It's easy to fall into the trap of pursuing goals based on societal expectations or comparisons with others. But true success comes from living authentically. As Steve Jobs famously said during his Stanford commencement speech, "Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life." C. Create a vision statement. A vision statement articulates your long-term aspirations and the impact you want to make. It serves as a reminder of why your goals matter and keeps you focused during challenging times. For instance, a teacher might write, "I envision a classroom where every student feels valued, inspired, and empowered to reach their full potential." This statement reflects their passion for education and guides their teaching practices. When your goals align with your values, they become more than just tasks. They become expressions of who you are and what you stand for. 5. Overcoming obstacles and goal setting. Even with the best intentions, obstacles can arise that derail your progress. The key is to anticipate these challenges and develop strategies to overcome them. Let's explore some common roadblocks and how to address them effectively. A. Fear of failure. Fear of failure often prevents people from setting ambitious goals, or even starting at all. But remember, failure is not the opposite of success, it's part of the process. As Michael Jordan, one of the greatest basketball players of all time, once said, "I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. 26 times I've been trusted to take the game-winning shot and missed. I've failed over and over and over again in my life. And that is why I succeed." Instead of fearing failure, reframe it as feedback. Each setback teaches you something valuable and brings you closer to your goal. If you stumble, ask yourself, what can I learn from this experience? How can I improve moving forward? B. Lack of motivation. Motivation ebbs and flows. It's normal to feel less driven on some days than others. To combat this, focus on building discipline rather than relying solely on motivation. Discipline ensures that you take action even when you don't feel like it. One effective technique is the 1% rule, which suggests improving by just 1% each day. Over time, these small improvements compound into significant results. For example, if you commit to reading for 10 minutes every day, by the end of the year, you'll have read dozens of books without feeling overwhelmed. C. Unrealistic expectations. Setting overly ambitious goals can lead to frustration and disappointment. Instead, aim for incremental progress. Break your larger goal into smaller milestones, and celebrate each achievement along the way. Consider the story of J.K. Rowling, who faced numerous rejections before Harry Potter was published. She didn't expect overnight success. Instead, she remained committed to her craft, refining her manuscript until it found its audience. Her persistence reminds us that patience and perseverance are essential ingredients for success. D. External distractions. Life is full of distractions. Social media, unexpected interruptions, and competing priorities can pull you off track. To stay focused, create an environment that supports your goals. Use tools like website blockers, set boundaries with friends and family, and establish a dedicated workspace free from distractions. For instance, author Cal Newport advocates for deep work, a state of intense focus where you immerse yourself in meaningful tasks without interruption. By carving out uninterrupted blocks of time, you can maximize productivity and make steady progress toward your goals. 6. Turning goals into actionable plans. Now that we've discussed the principles of goal setting and how to overcome obstacles, let's talk about turning your goals into actionable plans. A well-crafted plan bridges the gap between intention and execution, ensuring that you stay on course. A. Write down your goals. Research shows that people who write down their goals are significantly more likely to achieve them. Writing forces you to clarify your thoughts and commit to your vision. Keep your goals visible. Post them on your wall, save them as reminders on your phone, or review them daily during a morning ritual. B. Create a step-by-step roadmap. Break your goal into specific, sequential steps. For example, if your goal is to start a podcast, your roadmap might include 1. Researching equipment and software. 2. Outlining topics for the first 5 episodes. 3. Recording and editing your pilot episode. 4. Launching your podcast on platforms like Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Having a clear roadmap eliminates guesswork and keeps you organized. C. Set accountability mechanisms. Accountability increases your chances of success. Share your goals with a trusted friend, join a mastermind group, or hire a coach to keep you accountable. Regular check-ins provide encouragement and help you stay disciplined. Take inspiration from Warren Buffett, one of the world's most successful investors. He attributes much of his success to having a clear plan and sticking to it. In his words, Do not save what is left after spending, but spend what is left after saving. His disciplined approach underscores the importance of planning and accountability. D. Review and adjust regularly. Life is unpredictable, and circumstances may change. Periodically review your goals and adjust your plan as needed. Flexibility allows you to adapt without losing sight of your ultimate objective. For example, if you're working toward financial independence but encounter unexpected expenses, reassess your budget and revise your savings strategy. Staying adaptable ensures that setbacks don't derail your progress. In this chapter, we've explored the power of goal setting and provided practical tools to help you define and achieve your dreams. From mastering the SMART framework to breaking big goals into manageable steps, you now have a blueprint for turning your aspirations into reality. Remember, setting goals is only the beginning. The real magic happens when you take consistent action. As you move forward, keep your core values at the forefront and embrace challenges as opportunities for growth. As we transition to Chapter 3, we'll dive deeper into mastering time management, the next critical step in maximizing your potential. Until then, take a moment to reflect on the insights you've gained. What goals will you set today? How will they shape your journey to success? Stay tuned for Chapter 3, where we'll uncover strategies to manage your time effectively and unlock your full potential. Until then, remember, clarity leads to action, and action leads to success. Chapter 3: Mastering Time Management, Strategies for Success. In this chapter, we'll delve into the art and science of mastering time management. As Benjamin Franklin wisely said, "You may delay, but time will not." Time is a finite resource, and how you choose to use it determines the quality of your life and the level of success you achieve. In this chapter, we'll explore powerful strategies to help you prioritize effectively, eliminate distractions, and maximize productivity. From the Pareto principle to energy management techniques, these tools will empower you to take control of your schedule and focus on what truly matters. By the end of this chapter, you'll have a toolkit of proven methods to manage your time like a pro. Let's dive in. 1. The Pareto principle, 80-20 rule. Focus on what truly matters. One of the most transformative concepts in time management is the Pareto principle, also known as the 80-20 rule. This principle suggests that 80% of your results come from 20% of your efforts. In other words, a small portion of your activities generates the majority of your outcomes. A. Identifying high-impact activities. To apply the Pareto principle, start by analyzing your daily tasks. Which activities yield the greatest results? For example, if you're an entrepreneur, spending time on strategic planning or networking might bring more value than responding to every email in your inbox. As Tim Ferriss, author of The 4-Hour Workweek, explains, being busy is a form of laziness, lazy thinking and indiscriminate action. Instead of spreading yourself thin across countless tasks, focus on the few that truly move the needle. B. Eliminating low-value tasks. Once you've identified your high-impact activities, ruthlessly eliminate or delegate low-value tasks. These are the activities that consume your time without contributing significantly to your goals. For instance, if administrative work takes up hours of your day, consider outsourcing it to free up time for higher priority tasks. C. Real-life application of the 80-20 rule. Let's look at the story of Richard Branson, founder of Virgin Group. Despite running multiple businesses, Branson attributes his success to focusing on the 20% of activities that drive the most impact. He delegates operational tasks to trusted team members, allowing him to concentrate on innovation and growth. His ability to prioritize effectively has been instrumental in building one of the world's most iconic brands. By applying the Pareto principle, you can ensure that your time and energy are invested in activities that yield the greatest returns. 2. The Pomodoro Technique and Energy Management. Another powerful tool for managing your time is the Pomodoro Technique, a simple yet effective method for boosting productivity. Developed by Francesco Cirillo, this technique involves breaking your work into focused intervals, typically 25 minutes, followed by short breaks. A. How it works. Here's how you can implement the Pomodoro Technique. 1. Choose a task to work on. 2. Set a timer for 25 minutes and focus solely on that task during this time. 3. When the timer rings, take a 5-minute break. 4. After completing 4 Pomodoros, take a longer break of 15 to 30 minutes. This approach helps maintain focus while preventing burnout. The structured breaks allow your brain to recharge, making it easier to sustain productivity throughout the day. B. Managing energy, not just time. While time management is crucial, energy management is equally important. Tony Schwartz, author of The Power of Full Engagement, emphasizes that our productivity depends on how well we manage our physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual energy. For example, if you're feeling tired or unfocused, forcing yourself to work won't yield great results. Instead, take a nap, go for a walk, or engage in a relaxing activity to restore your energy. This approach ensures that you're operating at peak performance when you do sit down to work. C. Combining Pomodoro with energy peaks. Everyone has natural energy peaks and troughs throughout the day. Identify when you're most alert and schedule your most challenging tasks during those periods. Pair this with the Pomodoro technique to maximize efficiency. For instance, if you're most productive in the morning, dedicate that time to deep work using Pomodoro intervals. 3. The Eisenhower Matrix, prioritizing effectively. Developed by former U.S. President Dwight D. Eisenhower, the Eisenhower Matrix is a decision-making tool that helps you categorize tasks based on urgency and importance. This framework ensures that you focus on activities that align with your goals while minimizing distractions. A. Understanding the 4 quadrants. The matrix divides tasks into 4 categories. 1. Urgent and important. Tasks that require immediate attention, such as deadlines or crises. 2. Important but not urgent. Tasks that contribute to long-term goals, such as planning, personal development, and relationship building. 3. Urgent but not important. Tasks that demand immediate action but don't significantly impact your goals, such as interruptions or minor requests. 4. Not urgent and not important. Low-priority activities that waste time, such as excessive social media use or aimless web browsing. B. Focusing on Quadrant 2. The key to mastering the Eisenhower Matrix lies in prioritizing Quadrant 2 tasks, those that are important but not urgent. These activities often get neglected because they lack immediate deadlines, yet they're crucial for long-term success. Examples include setting goals, exercising regularly, learning new skills, or spending quality time with loved ones. As Stephen Covey explains in The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, what is important is seldom urgent, and what is urgent is seldom important. By focusing on Quadrant 2, you proactively shape your future instead of constantly reacting to external pressures. C. Delegating or eliminating other tasks. For tasks in Quadrants 3 and 4, aim to delegate or eliminate them whenever possible. For example, if someone interrupts you with a non-essential request, politely suggest addressing it later or delegate the task to someone else. Similarly, minimize time spent on Quadrant 4 activities by setting boundaries, for instance, limiting social media use to specific times of the day. D. Real-life example of the Eisenhower Matrix in action. Consider the story of Elon Musk, who famously uses a variation of the Eisenhower Matrix to manage his incredibly demanding schedule. Musk divides his day into 5-minute blocks, ensuring that every moment is allocated to high-priority tasks. While this level of precision may not be feasible for everyone, adopting a simplified version of the matrix can help you prioritize effectively and avoid wasting time on trivial matters. By implementing the Eisenhower Matrix, you'll gain clarity on where to direct your energy and ensure that your actions align with your long-term vision. 4. Avoiding multitasking, the myth of doing more. Multitasking is often praised as a productivity hack, but research shows it's actually counterproductive. When you try to juggle multiple tasks at once, your brain switches rapidly between them, reducing focus and increasing errors. A. The science behind single tasking. Studies conducted by the American Psychological Association reveal that multitasking can reduce productivity by up to 40%. Instead of dividing your attention, focus on one task at a time, a practice known as single tasking. This approach allows you to immerse yourself fully in the activity, leading to higher quality results and faster completion times. B. Creating a distraction-free environment. To embrace single tasking, create an environment that minimizes distractions. Turn off notifications on your phone, close unnecessary tabs on your computer, and communicate boundaries to those around you. If you're working on a project, dedicate a block of time exclusively to that task without allowing interruptions. C. Practicing deep work. Cal Newport, author of Deep Work, Rules for Focused Success in a Distracted World, advocates for dedicating uninterrupted periods to cognitively demanding tasks. He defines deep work as professional activities performed in a state of distraction-free concentration that push your cognitive capabilities to their limit. By carving out time for deep work, you can achieve breakthroughs that wouldn't be possible through scattered efforts. D. A lesson from Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs was a staunch advocate of single-tasking and simplicity. During his tenure at Apple, he focused intensely on a handful of groundbreaking products rather than spreading resources across dozens of projects. His ability to concentrate on what mattered most played a pivotal role in Apple's resurgence and dominance in the tech industry. By avoiding multitasking and embracing single-tasking, you'll unlock your full potential and produce exceptional results. 5. Time blocking, scheduling your success. Time blocking is a powerful technique that involves scheduling specific blocks of time for different activities throughout your day. This method ensures that you allocate sufficient time for high-priority tasks while maintaining balance across various areas of your life. A. How to implement time blocking. Start by listing all the tasks you need to accomplish in a given day or week. Then, assign each task to a specific time slot in your calendar. Be realistic about how long each activity will take, and leave buffer periods for unexpected interruptions. For example, your morning might include a 2-hour block for deep work, followed by a 30-minute break for exercise. After lunch, you could dedicate another block to meetings or collaborative projects. By structuring your day this way, you eliminate decision fatigue and stay focused on what matters most. B. Benefits of time blocking. Time blocking offers several advantages. Improved focus. Knowing exactly what you're supposed to be doing at any given moment reduces mental clutter and enhances concentration. Better accountability. Having a visual representation of your schedule makes it easier to track progress and hold yourself accountable. Increased productivity. By dedicating uninterrupted blocks of time to specific tasks, you complete them more efficiently. C. Adapting time blocking to your lifestyle. While some people prefer rigid schedules, others thrive with flexibility. Tailor time blocking to suit your personality and preferences. For instance, if you're a creative professional, you might reserve large chunks of unstructured time for brainstorming and experimentation. Conversely, if you're detail-oriented, a tightly organized schedule may work best for you. D. Inspiration from Bill Gates. Bill Gates, co-founder of Microsoft, swears by time blocking. He schedules, think weeks, twice a year, during which he isolates himself to read, reflect, and strategize. These extended blocks of uninterrupted time have been instrumental in shaping Microsoft's direction and fostering innovation. By incorporating time blocking into your routine, you'll gain greater control over your schedule and maximize your productivity. 6. Building routines, the power of consistency. One of the most effective ways to master time management is by building consistent routines. Routines eliminate decision fatigue, reduce stress, and ensure that you're consistently working toward your goals. A. Why routines matter. Routines provide structure and predictability, allowing you to automate repetitive tasks and free up mental energy for more important activities. For example, if you establish a morning routine that includes exercise, meditation, and planning your day, you'll start each day feeling energized and focused. As Aristotle famously said, "We are what we repeatedly do." Excellence, then, is not an act but a habit. By incorporating productive habits into your daily life, you create a foundation for long-term success. B. Designing an effective routine. To build a routine that works for you, consider the following steps. 1. Identify key activities. Determine the tasks that contribute most to your personal and professional growth. These might include reading, journaling, exercising, or reviewing your goals. 2. Set specific times. Assign these activities to specific times in your day. For instance, dedicate the first hour after waking up to self-care and planning. 3. Start small. Begin with 1 or 2 habits and gradually add more as they become ingrained. Trying to overhaul your entire schedule overnight often leads to frustration and failure. 4. Be consistent. Stick to your routine even when motivation wanes. Discipline trumps motivation every time. C. Overcoming resistance to routine. It's natural to resist change, especially when establishing new habits. To overcome this resistance, remind yourself why the routine matters. Visualize the benefits it will bring, whether it's improved health, increased productivity, or greater peace of mind. For inspiration, look at the story of Jerry Seinfeld, who attributes much of his comedic success to a simple writing routine. He committed to writing jokes every single day, marking an X on his calendar for each completed session. Over time, the chain of X's motivated him to keep going, leading to groundbreaking achievements in comedy. D. Balancing structure and flexibility. While routines are essential, it's also important to remain flexible. Life is unpredictable, and rigid adherence to a schedule can sometimes backfire. Build buffers into your routine to accommodate unexpected events, and don't be too hard on yourself if things don't go exactly as planned. By embracing routines, you'll create a rhythm that supports your goals and enhances your overall well-being. In this chapter, we've explored powerful strategies to help you master time management and take control of your schedule. From applying the Pareto principle to embracing time blocking, these tools will enable you to focus on what truly matters and eliminate distractions. Remember, time management isn't about cramming more tasks into your day. It's about prioritizing effectively and investing your energy wisely. As you implement these techniques, stay patient and persistent. Change takes time, but the rewards are worth it. As we transition to Chapter 4, we'll tackle another critical aspect of success: overcoming procrastination and building discipline. Until then, reflect on the insights you've gained. Which strategies resonate most with you? How will you apply them to shape your journey to success? Chapter 4: Building Discipline and Overcoming Procrastination. In this chapter, we'll tackle one of the biggest obstacles standing between you and your goals: procrastination. As Mel Robbins, author of The 5-Second Rule, puts it, procrastination is not about laziness, it's about fear. Whether it's fear of failure, fear of success, or simply feeling overwhelmed, procrastination keeps us stuck in a cycle of delay and regret. But here's the good news: discipline can be learned, and procrastination can be overcome. In this chapter, we'll explore the root causes of procrastination, provide actionable strategies to break free from its grip, and share techniques to build lasting discipline. By the end of this chapter, you'll have the tools to take consistent action toward your dreams. Let's get started. 1. Understanding the root causes of procrastination. Before we can conquer procrastination, we need to understand why it happens. Procrastination isn't just about poor time management, it's deeply tied to our emotions and mindset. Here are some of the most common reasons people procrastinate. A. Fear of failure. One of the primary drivers of procrastination is the fear of not succeeding. When faced with a challenging task, we may convince ourselves that we're not ready or that the conditions aren't perfect. This fear paralyzes us, preventing us from even starting. As Brené Brown, researcher and author of Daring Greatly, explains, vulnerability is the birthplace of innovation, creativity, and change. Yet many of us avoid vulnerability because it feels risky. Instead of embracing uncertainty, we delay action to protect ourselves from potential disappointment. B. Feeling overwhelmed. Large or complex tasks can feel daunting, especially when we don't know where to begin. The sheer scope of the project overwhelms us, leading to avoidance. For example, writing a book might seem like an insurmountable challenge until you break it down into smaller steps like outlining chapters or drafting one page at a time. C. Lack of clarity. Uncertainty about what needs to be done, or how to do it, can also trigger procrastination. Without a clear plan, it's easy to fall into analysis paralysis, spending more time thinking than acting. D. Instant gratification bias. Our brains are wired to seek immediate rewards, which makes activities like scrolling through social media far more appealing than tackling long-term projects. Delayed gratification requires effort and self-control, qualities that don't always come naturally. E. Perfectionism. Ironically, perfectionism often fuels procrastination. People who strive for flawless results may delay starting a task because they're afraid it won't meet their impossibly high standards. As Voltaire wisely said, "Perfect is the enemy of good." By understanding these underlying causes, you can start addressing them head-on. Awareness is the first step toward breaking free from procrastination's grip. Underscore 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 underscore. 2. Strategies to overcome procrastination. Now that we've identified the reasons behind procrastination, let's explore practical strategies to overcome it. These techniques will help you break tasks into manageable pieces, silence your inner critic, and take consistent action. A. Break tasks into smaller steps. One of the most effective ways to combat procrastination is by breaking large tasks into smaller, more achievable steps. For instance, if you're struggling to write a report, start by researching key points, then outline your ideas, and finally draft the introduction. Each small win builds momentum and reduces overwhelm. This approach is supported by research on goal-setting theory, which shows that specific, attainable objectives increase motivation and performance. As you complete each step, celebrate your progress. It reinforces positive behavior and keeps you moving forward. B. Use the "Eat That Frog" technique. Brian Tracy, author of Eat That Frog, suggests tackling your most challenging or unpleasant task first thing in the morning. He calls this task your frog, and the idea is simple. If you eat a live frog early in the day, nothing worse will happen to you for the rest of the day. For example, if you dread making sales calls, schedule them as your first activity of the day. Completing this difficult task early gives you a sense of accomplishment and frees up mental energy for the rest of your day. C. Implement the 2-minute rule. If a task takes less than 2 minutes to complete, do it immediately. This rule, popularized by productivity expert David Allen in his book Getting Things Done, helps prevent small tasks from piling up and becoming overwhelming. For instance, responding to an email or tidying up your workspace can often be done in under 2 minutes, so just get it done. D. Visualize the end result. When you're tempted to procrastinate, remind yourself why the task matters. Visualize the benefits of completing it, the sense of relief, pride, or progress you'll feel. Research shows that focusing on the positive outcomes of a task increases motivation. Take inspiration from Serena Williams, one of the greatest tennis players of all time. She once admitted that she visualizes winning tournaments before stepping onto the court. This practice helps her stay focused and motivated, even during tough matches. E. Set micro-deadlines. Breaking deadlines into smaller chunks creates urgency and prevents last-minute rushes. For example, if you have a month to complete a project, set weekly milestones to ensure steady progress. Micro-deadlines keep you accountable and reduce the likelihood of procrastination. By implementing these strategies, you'll find it easier to overcome resistance and take action, even when motivation is low. Underscore 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 underscore. 3. Building discipline, the key to consistency. Discipline is the foundation of sustained success. While motivation comes and goes, discipline ensures that you show up consistently, regardless of how you feel. Here's how you can cultivate discipline and make it a cornerstone of your daily life. A. Start small and build momentum. Trying to overhaul your entire life overnight rarely works. Instead, focus on building one disciplined habit at a time. For example, if you want to exercise regularly, commit to a 10-minute workout every morning. Once this becomes automatic, gradually increase the duration or intensity. James Clear, author of Atomic Habits, emphasizes the power of small changes. You do not rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. By creating systems that support discipline, you lay the groundwork for lasting transformation. B. Develop a routine. Routines are powerful tools for building discipline. When certain behaviors become habitual, they require less willpower to execute. For instance, if you establish a morning routine that includes journaling, meditation, or reviewing your goals, these activities eventually feel natural and effortless. Consider the story of Jerry Seinfeld, who attributes much of his comedic success to a simple writing routine. He committed to writing jokes every single day, marking an X on his calendar for each completed session. Over time, the chain of X's motivated him to keep going, leading to groundbreaking achievements in comedy. C. Embrace discomfort. Discipline often involves doing things you'd rather avoid. Whether it's waking up early, skipping dessert, or pushing through a tough workout, growth happens outside your comfort zone. As motivational speaker Eric Thomas says, "When you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful." To build resilience, practice leaning into discomfort. Start with small challenges, like taking a cold shower or saying no to distractions, and gradually increase the difficulty. Over time, you'll develop the mental toughness needed to stick with your goals. D. Reward yourself strategically. While discipline requires sacrifice, it's important to reward yourself occasionally to stay motivated. Celebrate milestones and achievements, but ensure that the rewards align with your values and goals. For example, treat yourself to a relaxing evening after completing a major project, not by indulging in hours of aimless TV watching. By combining consistency with strategic rewards, you create a sustainable system that fosters both discipline and joy. 4. The role of accountability in building discipline. Accountability is a powerful tool for building discipline and staying on track. When you know someone else is counting on you, or holding you accountable, it becomes much harder to procrastinate or give up. Here's how accountability can help you stay disciplined and achieve your goals. A. Find an accountability partner. An accountability partner is someone who shares your commitment to growth and checks in on your progress regularly. This could be a friend, colleague, mentor, or coach. Schedule regular meetings to discuss your goals, challenges, and wins. Knowing that you'll have to report back to someone else keeps you motivated and focused. For example, author and entrepreneur Tim Ferriss credits much of his success to having accountability partners throughout his career. Whether it's a business partner reviewing his progress, or a fitness trainer pushing him to stick to his workout regimen, external accountability has been instrumental in helping him achieve his ambitious goals. B. Join a community or group. Surrounding yourself with like-minded individuals can provide both inspiration and accountability. Join a mastermind group, online forum, or local club where members support each other's growth. Sharing your journey with others not only boosts motivation but also provides valuable feedback and encouragement. Take the story of Alcoholics Anonymous, AA, one of the most successful recovery programs in history. AA's model relies heavily on accountability. Members attend regular meetings, share their struggles openly, and pair up with sponsors who guide them through the process of sobriety. The power of community accountability has helped millions overcome addiction and rebuild their lives. C. Publicly commit to your goals. Making a public declaration of your intentions increases the likelihood of follow-through. Whether it's announcing your goal on social media, telling friends and family, or posting updates on a blog, going public creates a sense of obligation to deliver on your promises. As Derek Sivers, founder of CD Baby, explains, if you announce your goals publicly, you're more likely to achieve them because people will hold you accountable. Just be mindful of sharing your goals with supportive audiences rather than critics who might discourage you. D. Use technology to stay accountable. There are countless apps and tools designed to help you track your progress and stay accountable. For instance, habit tracking apps like Habitica or Streaks gamify productivity by rewarding you for completing tasks consistently. Similarly, project management tools like Trello or Asana allow you to collaborate with others and monitor deadlines. By leveraging accountability, you create a safety net that prevents you from falling off track when motivation wanes. 5. Overcoming setbacks. The path to resilience. Even with the best intentions, setbacks are inevitable. What separates successful people from everyone else isn't avoiding failure, it's bouncing back stronger after a setback. Here's how to cultivate resilience and maintain discipline despite obstacles. A. Reframe failure as feedback. Instead of viewing setbacks as proof of inadequacy, see them as opportunities to learn and grow. Every failure contains valuable lessons that can guide future efforts. As Thomas Edison famously said during his quest to invent the light bulb, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." When you encounter a setback, ask yourself, what went wrong? What can I do differently next time? By reframing failure as feedback, you remove the stigma and focus on improvement instead. B. Practice self-compassion. Being too hard on yourself after a mistake only reinforces negative patterns and lowers self-esteem. Instead, practice self-compassion by treating yourself with kindness and understanding. Acknowledge your humanity. Everyone makes mistakes. And remind yourself that setbacks are temporary. Research by Dr. Kristen Neff shows that self-compassion leads to greater emotional resilience and motivation. When you forgive yourself for slip-ups, you're more likely to get back on track quickly. C. Focus on progress, not perfection. Perfectionism often derails progress because it sets unrealistic expectations. Instead of striving for flawless execution, aim for incremental improvement. Celebrate small victories along the way. They add up over time and build confidence. For example, if you're learning a new skill, focus on mastering one aspect at a time rather than expecting overnight expertise. Each step forward brings you closer to your ultimate goal. D. Build a support system. Having a strong support system helps you weather storms more effectively. Lean on friends, family, mentors, or coaches during tough times. Their encouragement and perspective can help you regain clarity and momentum. Consider the story of J.K. Rowling, who faced numerous rejections before Harry Potter was published. She credits her resilience to the unwavering support of her daughter and a few close friends who believed in her vision when no one else did. Surround yourself with people who uplift and inspire you. By embracing resilience, you transform setbacks into stepping stones toward success. In this chapter, we've explored the root causes of procrastination and provided actionable strategies to overcome it. From breaking tasks into smaller steps to building discipline through routines and accountability, these tools will empower you to take consistent action toward your goals. Remember, discipline isn't about perfection, it's about persistence. Even on days when motivation is low, showing up and doing the work is what truly matters. As Vince Lombardi once said, "The difference between a successful person and others is not a lack of strength, not a lack of knowledge, but rather a lack of will." As we transition to Chapter 5, we'll shift our focus to finding harmony between work and life, a crucial aspect of long-term success and fulfillment. Until then, reflect on the insights you've gained. Which strategies will you implement today to strengthen your discipline and conquer procrastination? Chapter 5, Balancing Life and Work. Finding harmony. Life is not a race to the finish line, it's a journey meant to be enjoyed at every step. Yet, how often do we find ourselves overwhelmed by the demands of work, family, and personal aspirations? The truth is, achieving success doesn't mean sacrificing your well-being or neglecting the things that truly matter. In this chapter, we'll explore how to create harmony between your professional responsibilities and personal life, a balance that allows you to thrive in all areas. Balancing life and work is not just about managing time, it's about aligning your priorities with your values. It's about creating a lifestyle where productivity and peace coexist. As the renowned author Stephen Covey once said, The key is not to prioritize what's on your schedule but to schedule your priorities. This principle will guide us as we delve into practical strategies for finding harmony. 1. How to create a flexible schedule. Let's start with one of the most fundamental tools for balancing life and work, scheduling. A flexible schedule isn't about rigidly sticking to every minute of the day. Rather, it's about designing a framework that adapts to your needs while keeping you focused on what matters most. Why flexibility matters. Imagine trying to fit a square peg into a round hole. That's what happens when we force ourselves into schedules that don't align with our energy levels or responsibilities. For example, some people are naturally more productive in the morning, while others shine in the evening. Recognizing these patterns can help you design a schedule that works for you, not against you. Here's how you can create a flexible yet effective schedule. Step 1. Identify your peak hours. Ask yourself, when am I most alert and energized? If mornings are your golden hours, dedicate them to high-priority tasks. Save less demanding activities, like email checking or brainstorming, for times when your energy dips. Step 2. Allocate time blocks. Divide your day into focused time blocks. For instance, allocate 2 hours for deep work, followed by a 30-minute break. During breaks, engage in something restorative, whether it's a short walk, meditation, or simply enjoying a cup of tea. Step 3. Include buffer zones. Life rarely goes according to plan. By leaving gaps between appointments and tasks, you give yourself room to breathe without feeling rushed or stressed. A real-life example comes from Arianna Huffington, founder of the Huffington Post, who learned the hard way about the importance of balance. After collapsing from exhaustion due to overwork, she realized the need to prioritize sleep and self-care. She later wrote in her book Thrive, "We think, mistakenly, that success is the result of the amount of time we put in at work, instead of the quality of time we put in." By adopting a flexible schedule, you can ensure that both your professional and personal commitments receive the attention they deserve. Remember, balance is not about perfection, it's about progress. 2. Eliminate stress and take care of mental health. Stress is an inevitable part of life, but chronic stress can wreak havoc on your mental and physical health. Learning how to manage stress effectively is crucial for maintaining harmony between work and life. Understanding stress triggers. The first step in managing stress is identifying its root causes. Are deadlines piling up? Do you feel disconnected from loved ones? Once you pinpoint the source of your stress, you can take proactive steps to address it. Here are some proven techniques to reduce stress and nurture your mental well-being. Practice mindfulness through meditation. Meditation has been scientifically proven to lower cortisol levels, the stress hormone, and improve focus. Even 5 minutes of mindful breathing each day can make a significant difference. John Kabat-Zinn, a pioneer in mindfulness-based stress reduction, once said, "You can't stop the waves, but you can learn to surf." This metaphor perfectly encapsulates the power of mindfulness in navigating life's challenges. Engage in physical activity. Exercise releases endorphins, which are natural mood boosters. Whether it's yoga, running, or dancing in your living room, find an activity that brings you joy and make it a regular part of your routine. Keep a gratitude journal. At the end of each day, write down 3 things you're grateful for. Gratitude shifts your perspective from scarcity to abundance, helping you appreciate the positives in your life, even during tough times. Let me share a story that illustrates the transformative power of gratitude. Sarah, a corporate executive, found herself constantly stressed and disconnected from her family. One day, her daughter handed her a handmade card that read, "Thank you for always working hard for us." That simple gesture reminded Sarah of why she worked so hard in the first place. Inspired, she began practicing gratitude daily and noticed a profound shift in her mindset. Not only did her stress levels decrease, but her relationships also improved significantly. By prioritizing your mental health, you equip yourself with the resilience needed to handle life's ups and downs gracefully. 3. Create a positive living and working environment. Your surroundings play a vital role in shaping your mindset and productivity. A cluttered workspace or chaotic home environment can drain your energy and hinder your ability to focus. Decluttering your space. Start by organizing your physical environment. Remove items that no longer serve a purpose, and arrange essentials in a way that promotes efficiency. Marie Kondo, author of The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up, advises asking yourself, does this spark joy? Apply this question to everything around you, from your desk to your wardrobe. Designing an inspiring atmosphere. Incorporate elements that uplift your spirit, such as plants, artwork, or motivational quotes. Natural light is another powerful tool. Studies show that exposure to sunlight boosts serotonin levels, enhancing mood and concentration. Consider the story of Thomas Edison, whose innovative laboratory was meticulously organized to foster creativity. He understood that a conducive environment fuels ingenuity. While you may not invent the light bulb, creating a space that inspires you can lead to breakthroughs in your own life. Additionally, establish boundaries to protect your peace. If possible, designate specific areas for work and relaxation. Avoid bringing work-related stress into spaces meant for unwinding, such as your bedroom or dining table. 4. Nurturing relationships and pursuing passions. Finally, achieving harmony requires nurturing the relationships and hobbies that bring meaning to your life. Success should never come at the expense of connection, with others or with yourself. Strengthening bonds. Spend quality time with loved ones, free from distractions like phones or emails. Deep conversations and shared experiences strengthen emotional ties. As Maya Angelou wisely noted, people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. Pursuing passions. What activities ignite your soul? Whether it's painting, playing an instrument, or volunteering for a cause you care about, carve out time for pursuits that fulfill you. Passion projects recharge your spirit and remind you of the beauty beyond work. One remarkable example is Albert Schweitzer, a Nobel Prize-winning physician and humanitarian. Despite his demanding career, he dedicated decades to serving communities in Africa while continuing to play classical music, a passion that sustained him throughout his life. By investing in relationships and passions, you enrich your existence and cultivate a sense of purpose that transcends mere achievement. 5. Set clear boundaries between work and personal life. One of the most overlooked aspects of achieving balance is setting clear boundaries between work and personal life. In today's hyper-connected world, it's easy to blur these lines, leading to burnout and dissatisfaction. Why boundaries matter? Boundaries are not about shutting people out. They're about protecting your time and energy so you can show up fully in every area of your life. Without them, you risk spreading yourself too thin or neglecting the things that truly matter. Here's how you can establish and maintain healthy boundaries. Step 1. Define your non-negotiables. Identify the activities, relationships, and commitments that are essential to your well-being. For example, if spending quality time with your family is a priority, make it a rule to unplug from work during dinner or weekends. Step 2. Communicate your limits clearly. Let colleagues, friends, and loved ones know what you need to maintain balance. This might mean saying no to after-hours emails or delegating tasks when necessary. As Brené Brown, a renowned researcher on vulnerability, once said, "Daring to set boundaries is about having the courage to love ourselves even when we risk disappointing others." Step 3. Use technology wisely. While technology has made our lives more convenient, it can also be a source of constant distraction. Set specific times to check emails or social media, and turn off notifications during designated me time or family hours. Let me share a powerful story that highlights the importance of boundaries. A friend of mine, Lisa, was a high-performing marketing executive who prided herself on being available 24/7. Over time, however, she noticed her health deteriorating and her relationships suffering. One day, her son asked her, "Mom, why are you always working? Do you even want to spend time with us?" That question hit her like a ton of bricks. She realized she needed to draw a line, not just for herself but for her family as well. Lisa started implementing strict boundaries, such as no work calls after 7 p.m. and dedicated family nights twice a week. The result? Not only did her performance at work improve, but her bond with her family grew stronger than ever. By creating and respecting boundaries, you reclaimed control over your time and energy, ensuring that both your professional and personal worlds thrive. 6. Learn to say no to focus on what matters. Saying no is one of the hardest yet most liberating skills you can develop. Many of us struggle with this because we fear conflict, rejection, or missing out on opportunities. However, saying yes to everything often means saying no to what truly matters. The art of saying no. When done respectfully and assertively, saying no allows you to protect your priorities and avoid overcommitment. It's not about being selfish, it's about being intentional with your choices. Here are some strategies to help you master this skill. Be polite but firm. Instead of offering lengthy explanations, simply state your decision with confidence. For instance, "Thank you for thinking of me, but I'm unable to take this on right now." Use the pause before responding technique. When faced with a request, don't rush to say yes. Take a moment to evaluate whether it aligns with your goals and values. Warren Buffett famously said, "The difference between successful people and very successful people is that very successful people say no to almost everything." Redirect when possible. If you genuinely can't commit, consider recommending someone else who might be a better fit. This shows goodwill while still honoring your boundaries. A great example comes from Steve Jobs, co-founder of Apple. During his tenure as CEO, he was known for ruthlessly eliminating projects that didn't align with the company's core mission. By focusing on a few key initiatives, he transformed Apple into one of the most innovative companies in the world. Similarly, learning to say no can help you channel your efforts toward what truly drives impact in your life. 7. Find joy in every moment. Life is made up of moments, big and small, and finding joy in everyday experiences is key to achieving harmony. Too often, we get caught up chasing future milestones and forget to appreciate the present. Cultivating joy. Joy doesn't have to come from grand achievements. It can stem from simple pleasures like savoring a cup of coffee, watching a sunset, or sharing laughter with a friend. The key is to slow down and notice the beauty around you. Here's how you can infuse more joy into your daily routine. Practice gratitude regularly. Reflect on 3 things you're grateful for each day. This practice shifts your focus from what's lacking to what's abundant in your life. Engage in mindful living. Pay attention to the sights, sounds, and sensations around you. Whether you're walking in nature or cooking a meal, immerse yourself fully in the experience. Celebrate small wins. Don't wait for major accomplishments to feel proud. Acknowledge every step forward, no matter how minor it may seem. As Tony Robbins once said, "Progress equals happiness." Consider the story of Helen Keller, who despite being deaf and blind, found immense joy in learning and connecting with the world. Her teacher, Anne Sullivan, introduced her to language through touch, opening up a universe of possibilities. Helen later wrote, "Although the world is full of suffering, it is also full of the overcoming of it." Her resilience reminds us that joy can be found even in the face of adversity. By embracing joy in the little things, you create a life rich with meaning and contentment. 8. Connect with the community and contribute to society. Finally, true harmony extends beyond individual fulfillment. It involves contributing to something larger than yourself. Engaging with your community and giving back fosters a sense of purpose and belonging. The power of connection. Humans are inherently social creatures, and meaningful connections enrich our lives. Volunteering, mentoring, or simply lending a listening ear can strengthen relationships and deepen your impact. Here's how you can give back effectively. Identify causes you care about. Choose organizations or initiatives that resonate with your values. Whether it's environmental conservation, education, or healthcare, your passion will fuel your commitment. Leverage your strengths. Use your unique talents to make a difference. For example, if you're skilled at writing, offer to draft newsletters for a nonprofit. If you're good at organizing, plan fundraising events. Encourage others to join you. Inspire friends, family, or colleagues to participate in acts of kindness. Collective action amplifies your impact and creates a ripple effect. An inspiring example is Malala Yousafzai, who, despite facing unimaginable challenges, dedicated her life to advocating for girls' education. Her courage sparked a global movement, proving that even one voice can ignite change. Similarly, your contributions, no matter how small, can leave a lasting legacy. By nurturing connections and serving others, you create a life that transcends personal success, a life rooted in compassion and contribution. Before we wrap up this transformative journey, let's take a moment to reflect on the key lessons we've explored together in this audiobook. These insights are not just theories. They're practical tools designed to help you stop wasting time and begin your journey to success. Lesson 1. Understanding the problem. Why are you wasting time? We began by identifying the root causes of wasted time, those habits and distractions that steal precious moments from our lives. By recognizing these patterns, you've taken the first step toward reclaiming control over your days. Lesson 2. Setting clear goals, the first step to success. Next, we delved into the power of setting SMART goals: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. This framework ensures your efforts align with your vision, transforming vague aspirations into actionable plans. Lesson 3. Mastering time management, strategies for success. Time management emerged as a cornerstone of productivity. From the Pareto principle, 80-20 rule, to the Pomodoro technique and Eisenhower matrix, you now have an arsenal of strategies to prioritize tasks, focus deeply, and maximize results. Lesson 4. Building discipline and overcoming procrastination. Discipline is the bridge between intention and action. We explored how to conquer procrastination through structured approaches like breaking tasks into smaller steps and adopting the eat the frog mindset. With consistent practice, discipline becomes second nature. Lesson 5. Balancing life and work, finding harmony. Finally, we emphasize the importance of balance. A harmonious life isn't about perfection, it's about creating space for what truly matters. By setting boundaries, nurturing relationships, and caring for your mental health, you can thrive both personally and professionally. These lessons form the foundation of a purposeful, productive, and fulfilling life. As you apply them, remember that every small effort compounds over time. Progress may seem slow at first, but persistence will yield remarkable results. The road to success is rarely a straight line. It's filled with twists, turns, and occasional setbacks. But here's the good news. You don't need to be perfect, you just need to keep moving forward. Every step counts, no matter how small. Let me leave you with a powerful quote from Vince Lombardi, one of the greatest coaches in history. The difference between a successful person and others is not a lack of strength, not a lack of knowledge, but rather a lack of will. Your determination is the key to unlocking your potential. Start today. Don't wait for the perfect moment because it doesn't exist. Whether it's drafting a SMART goal, implementing the Pomodoro technique, or simply saying no to distractions, take one concrete action right now. Momentum builds confidence, and confidence fuels progress. Remember, change doesn't happen overnight. Research shows that forming a new habit takes an average of 66 days. Be patient with yourself during this process. Celebrate each milestone, no matter how minor, and use challenges as opportunities to learn and grow. As Brian Tracy, a renowned motivational speaker, once said, "Successful people make a habit of doing the things unsuccessful people don't like to do." Embrace discomfort, stay disciplined, and trust the process. You'll be amazed at what you can achieve when you commit fully to your growth. Thank you for joining me on this incredible journey. Your presence here means you're ready to take charge of your time, energy, and future. That's something worth celebrating. At Wisdom Audiobooks, our mission is simple: to empower you with knowledge and inspiration so you can live your best life. If you found value in this audiobook, please consider liking, sharing, and subscribing to our channel. Your support helps us reach more people who desire to transform their lives. I also encourage you to revisit this audiobook whenever you need motivation or guidance. Repetition reinforces learning, and revisiting these principles will deepen your understanding and commitment. Lastly, I'd love to hear from you. What was your biggest takeaway from this audiobook? How do you plan to apply these lessons? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single one. As we conclude, I want to remind you of something profound. Your time is your most valuable asset. Treat it with care, invest it wisely, and watch as it transforms your dreams into reality. May this audiobook serve as a catalyst for positive change in your life. Remember, success isn't about reaching a destination, it's about becoming the best version of yourself along the way. Here's to your journey ahead. Stay focused, stay inspired, and above all, never stop believing in your ability to create a life of purpose and fulfillment. To close, I'll leave you with a final thought from Ralph Waldo Emerson. Do not go where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path and leave a trail. Forge your own path, embrace your unique journey, and know that the possibilities are limitless.